And the president's rhetoric on Russia seems to be heating up. Donald Trump appears to be getting more frustrated with Vladimir Putin. After attacks on Ukraine, he posted on social media that the Russian leader is, quote, playing with fire. CBS News chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes is tracking the latest on this and joins us from a rainy White House this morning. Nancy, good morning to you. Any clues as to what prompted this real change in tone from Trump, at least publicly?
Yes, I think one of the major things that really irked Trump was the fact that Russia, rather than coming to the table to talk about a ceasefire, has actually stepped up its air assaults on Ukraine and its drone attacks on Ukraine, some of the heaviest of the war so far, even as President Trump has made it very clear that he wants this war to end. And so he took his frustration to social media for the second time in 2 days yesterday, Errol, saying, quote, if it weren't for me, lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia. And I mean really bad. He emphasized that. Putin, he says, is playing with fire. And far from being cowed by this criticism, the Russians actually doubled down. Dmitry Medvedev, who is a top Russian security official, said, quote, I only know of one really bad thing, World War III, a really provocative thing to say. And then he added, I hope Trump understands this, exclamation point. As you can imagine, Errol, that all was received with distaste here at the White House, and it is another sign that even though President Trump likes to say that this war never would have started had he been president, actually it appears that Putin is unwilling to do virtually anything that Trump wants him to do, at least right now.
Yeah, the Kremlin also calling Trump emotional for his previous social media posts. So very interesting to watch. There's another headline we're following, Nancy, and that's the State Department now ordering U.S. embassies to stop scheduling new student visa appointments. What do we know about that?
Right. The administration says this is a pause so that they can release new guidelines about more stringent vetting of student visa applicants, specifically vetting of their social media. And so anyone who wants to be a student here in the U.S. would have to have their social media accounts scrutinized first. It's unclear, Errol, how long this pause is going to last and how embassies around the world would actually deal with these new responsibilities. As you can imagine, that's pretty labor intensive to go through the social media of every single person who applies for a student visa every year. So are they going to get more resources to do that? And exactly how soon would that happen? And will it be in time to enable everyone who's been accepted at a U.S. university for the fall to actually get their visas and get here to the United States?
You can just imagine the stress for so many young people and their families as this all gets sorted out. All right, Nancy Cordes with the latest. Thank you, Nancy.